Today, we live in a digital era. Everyone is using technology that causes a huge e-waste generation, which harm our environment. Large data companies like Facebook and Google need a huge amount of power to generate servers. Do you know that computing accounts for more than 200% of all global emissions? In order to save our environment, save money, and reduce the usage of our limited resources, we need an eco-friendly approach, which is green computing. Why green computing? Green computing motivates us to rethink on current trends of hardware, software, and people who are obstacle in our mission, saving the earth. This can be achieved by manufacturing of eco-friendly hardware, software, and information system for energy saving, in addition to eco-friendly process adapted by IT stakeholders. Intelligent distributed computing for sharing information on the network may also reduce the flow of unwanted data through the web application, which consume a lot of energy. Green computing supports only one motto: reduce, reuse, and recycle. Green computing is achieved by the following approaches. Green use. Use computer and other devices in an eco-friendly mode. Green disposal. Recycling of e-waste in a proper manner. Green design. Designing equipment with low emission power and heating. Green manufacturing. Use more easily disposable elements during manufacturing. Material recycling. Parts from outdated systems can be recycled to make it green. Telecommunication. Transmission systems enabling information to be transmitted.
There are many types of green computing, like solar power system, wind turbine program, and geothermal power. Green computing strategies. The strategies of green computing have decreased the consumption of overhead energy, but technology trends such as increase in data analytics and artificial intelligence can reduce progress in green computing strategies. Green computing applications. There are many areas in which green computing is used, like energy management and data center and green wireless network, and much more. Examples of green computing, like renewable energy sources. Renewable energy sources, they don't use fossil fuel. They are available freely, are environmentally friendly, and generate less pollution. And Apple is planning to use wind turbine technology, and Google has already built a wind-powered data center. Advantages of green computing. Green computing can reduce energy consumption that leads to reducing GHG emissions and fossil fuel usage. Plus, green computing is cost-effective due to less energy usage and cooling requirements. And there are more advantages for green computing. And the disadvantages of green computing, like the initial implementation can be costly, and the frequent change in technology.
Since the computer systems are mainly consuming more energy than it actually needs to function well, green computing would be considered the best alternative, as it can be achieved through many ways, such as virtualization, and we already have server and desktop virtualization up and running. This system, we can get more than one unit to function as a whole. It's helpful in reducing power consumption and keeping the equipment cool enough, and some of them can even be adjusted manually by the user to reduce electricity consumption, using the undervolting, which exists in some equipment and called speed step. Intel and AMD have enhanced virtualization into CPU product line to support virtual computing. At the same time, server virtualization is used to minimize network equipment and reduce heating. To achieve green computing, we can use software and operating systems that manage and monitor energy and power saving. Also only purchase and sell Energy Star labeled devices and equipment. And just like anything else, we have to support this achievement by using only Energy Star labeled and put our computers into sleep mode or shut it off when it's idle. We can also use optimal brightness level and connect our printers and scanners and all the extra IT peripherals only when needed, and also avoid using screensavers and purchase and use environmentally friendly IT equipment and inks. And after all, we can see how much green computing can be a huge time, money, and lifesaver, and this is just all what we need.